And then I got this idea that I would try out for the Rangers. And I was able to weasel my way and pass through a couple of the gates to get in, and I finally made my way to the Ranger Regiment. And I got there the first day, and I realized right off the bat that this was something entirely different. You know, if the Army standards were set right here, the Ranger standards were set and published way up here. And the expectation was not just to meet the standards, but you would exceed the standards. And this was going to apply to everybody that passed through these doors, from the highest ranking colonel to the newest, youngest private. Your leaders and your subordinates would follow the same standard and their drive to excel, and your peers, your teammates and colleagues on your left and right, they would police it all the way around. So you have this sort of self-licking ice cream cone of professional development and excellence happening around you every moment of every day. I mean, it was incredible. And once I welcomed that and realized, like, this is great. We have one mission to do, that's go to war and win. And we've got to be able to do basics at the PhD level in any environment. So we traveled all around the world honing this skill, just working on being better at this level than anybody else could possibly be. It was awesome. And then we get the word, we're going to go to Mogadishu and capture this clown. I'm like, this is awesome. There's cartwheels and cheetah flips going on. The fact that Bravo Company is going, we're going. Wind up in Fort Bragg at the Delta compound, refine the plan a little more. We've got this thing just locked solid. It's looking really good. Palletize all of our kit. We're waiting on the word from the White House now, and this is before the big rapid deployment series are going on. Get everything all packed up, and all of a sudden somebody says, generally speaking, hey, come into the conference room, everybody. Sit down, and they pass out some papers to everyone, and you realize, hey, we're got to do our wills. You know, and you got to do your powers of attorney. And you better write a last letter home just in case, and we'll put it all in an envelope, and you know, if we need to send it, we will. I mean, it was about that, you know, antiseptic. And I remember going back to my cot in the gymnasium thinking, yesterday it was exciting. Today there's something else right here. You know, I mean, it's fear. You know, there's a big unknown. Reality is setting in of what could happen. It's fear of the unknown. We've all experienced it. It's bad news. And of course, the worst thing you can do is just sit around and stew about it. And we're just waiting literally on the president to call. Sit in your bunk, sit on your bunk. Nothing good is coming to this. I get up, I'm walking down the hallway at the Delta compound, about 11 o'clock at night. Nobody else seems to be wandering except for me. And I come across this big picture window. And this window looks out on their memorial courtyard. And the memorial in this courtyard is just a plain white marble wall. And I don't know if it's as big as the backdrop here or one of the screens, folks, but it's just this beautiful white marble wall, highly shined, with all the names of the soldiers that have been killed in training and in combat etched on it. The flag is at half-staff, and lights are shining on it. I mean, it's a beautiful scene. And you're looking through for all the names of the people that you knew or knew of, and sort of taking it all in. And in the middle of this monument, on this wall, there's a verse of scripture chiseled into it. You go around the military today, you'll see it a lot. It's from the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 8. And not to turn this into a theological discussion, folks, but the words of this scripture were very, very profound. The scripture says, and then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, here am I, Lord, send me. You know, who will go for us? Here am I, send me. I mean, probably the greatest definition of selfless service that I had seen. You put the needs of others first. Your buddy on your left, your right, your team, your squad, your company, your country, the mission, all of that comes first, and you are somewhere in the rearview mirror. That's how it is. It's not about you, Matt Eversmann, and your juvenile, tough guy, delirious thought of being, I'm a ranger in combat. This is about doing what needs to be done for all the right reasons.